freelance, it was during Freelance MBA that a company I was else, like the CEO of me was the one that reached out. I don't know how I'll call it. I've been getting it like messages from CEOs, would you assist with my company's banner and all of this. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing journey combining 9 to 5 and freelance. Freelance MBA was actually what I needed, because I got to that point that I knew that there was more, and Freelance MBA actually showed me that yes, you are thinking right, there is more. And during the Freelance MBA, yes, I did. It was during the Freelance MBA that a company I was pitching reached out and said that they wanted me to do their, like, the CEO of the company was the one that reached out, and since then I've been getting these like messages from CEOs, would you assist with my company's banner and all of this. Let me just share this part. So now I'm working with a company, and like I got this gig, and this gig I got because I'm used to 9 to 5. When they reached out, and I'm like, okay, so no problem, I'll be waiting. They waited for like some hours. No email. He like from LinkedIn, so I said to him, Chris, you've not sent in your offer. Like, in my mind, that was before, because you see how I'm laughing. I'm just being honest. I didn't know that. I have to say that. I'm used to 9 to 5 of okay, you've been interviewed, they love your work, or so they send you that message. What do you call it? Congratulations, you've gotten this job. This is your offer later. Thanks for that profile review that we did. Some people sent in private messages to me. I think this is how this looks to me, or this is how this looks to me, and all of that. And I appreciate all of that. I wish all the people that gave me feedback privately, are on this call. This is me saying thank you to all of you, because it didn't just correct me; it helped shape my perspective. So even now that I'm getting people that want me to do this kind of thing for them and all of that, it's helping me shape the kind of results that I'm also providing for them. And also what do you call it, the other part of pitching on LinkedIn. See, so this pitching yourself, I wasn't actually pitching to this person. I was just connecting on LinkedIn, like just interacting on LinkedIn. This person had huge followers, and we're just having that. We've not gotten to the point where I was start pitching or whatever, and the thing was just flowing. And the person just said, Gracefield, I was not sharing with her that there's this thing that this company I'm working with wants to do, and because I'm big on impact and I love giving back to my community, giving back to like people, this is what I'm thinking of doing. And she said, okay, no problem. This person's post gets like 7,000 likes and like sometimes 6,000, 8,000 comments, and I'm not kidding. She said, Gracie, just send when you post it on your. I'm not going to do the influencing for the company. I'm going to do it with your account. I'm like, I don't understand how. She said that she said, you said some things on this call that I don't know, but I said in my mind, I said Freelance MBA shining on my lips now. She said, you said some things on this call that I love. So what you do is on page, I'm going to repost it on my own page, so your page also gets visibility. I'm like, I don't know if I'll say thank you, or I don't know. I'm just like, wow. She said, okay, send your WhatsApp number to me. I think I want us to keep in touch. So, there's a lot that I think we can do together. And that was just it. So this is me saying to everyone, there are some people that might not have actually gotten a gig. Okay, last thing, I need to point this out. I don't know, but permit me, Coach Bolu. So in all these things that Coach Bolu is saying, do things well, give it your best. Shoot it out, make sure it's looking good, I'm just going to be honest. One of the services that I render to the company that I started doing some stuff for since like this month is that I help them to bring in talent, because for different projects they require different people to handle it. And it has given me the opportunity to see a lot of people's portfolios and what they can do and all of that. And see, I understand, and sometimes I even I now feel like Coach Bolu actually doesn't just have us in mind. She's wearing us like clothes, because when she's saying do things well, do this well, do this well, do this well, she just wants to ensure that we are among the 1% of the 1%. That if somebody, because I've in the past like 2 days, I've reviewed people's portfolios like over 100, and I'm seeing like wow, okay, I see wow, and then I see wow, and I see wow, and I just know that Coach Bolu has us in mind. Thank you all for being part of this cohort. I'm happy I met everyone.
Was designed to help freelancers like you move from survival mode to build a profitable and sustainable business. With expert guidance, program works, and a supportive community, you will get the clarity, confidence, and skills to thrive. The next cohort of the Freelance MBA, the cohort 4, starts this October in less than 3 weeks. Seats are limited. Don't miss.
Right, everybody, good evening. I can see my people on the call. I'm super excited. If you're excited, it's the final day. If you're excited, let me see your reactions. Let me see your emojis. If you're happy, oh my God, I can already see your comments. Can I welcome you, Ikra? Iqbal, I welcome you. I celebrate you. We're so happy to have you here. I can see Esther Kwanzaa. Oh, I celebrate you. Welcome. I see you, Global Blessing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for that cheery greeting, Global Blessing. All right, I can see Deborah Frank. Please celebrate Deborah Frank with me. She's been here from day 1, day 2, day 3, and always commenting. I celebrate you, Deborah. You are super amazing. You are my superstar on this 3-day bootcamp. Okay, I see you, Messi Ava. I celebrate you. I celebrate you. It's the final day. I see people already typing final. It's the grand finale. Okay. So if you're ready, you're happy to be here, or I just want you to do something for me. In fact, you're going to do a couple of things because this evening is going to be super interesting. Okay. I've got so much interesting stuff for us to do. And I'm going to be sharing some of them with us. But before we do that, there's something you must do for me. Right now, I see about 14 people on the call, which is super amazing, from 200 on Friday to 14 today. So I want you to go on the group and on your social media. I just want you to repost this event wherever you're watching from, whether you're watching from YouTube, from Facebook, or LinkedIn. I need you to repost right now. Repost the event so that other people can see, and then come and type repost in comments. Okay, repost this event. Just post it. Repost the event. Once you've reposted, type repost in comments. Let me see who is reposting. Okay, I see more people joining in. I see more people joining in. I see you, Adiola Afolayan. We celebrate you. I see Remy Katz Janfa. We celebrate you. It's so good to have you here. I see Oladapo Opeoluwa Ipinwayo. That's such a lovely name. I celebrate you. I see more people from YouTube and LinkedIn. Where are the Facebookers? Where are the Facebookers? We don't. Facebook is sleeping. Okay, I hope it's live on Facebook anyways. Can any of the admin from the Freelance MBA help me check the Facebook link and be sure that it is working? Okay, so while we're doing that, I'm waiting for people to repost. So repost on any platform you're on. If you're on LinkedIn, just repost on your LinkedIn status. Just tell them that you're here and people need to come in because something special is happening this evening. Something special, something superb, something amazing is happening this evening, and nobody wants to miss it. Okay, nobody wants to miss this at all. Okay, so that said, I would like to, yes, I can see one person that's posted repost. Thank you, Ogene Tega. I celebrate you. Thank you for reposting. Okay, so while we are reposting and telling everybody in our world to join this event, let me tell you some of the interesting things that will happen. Earlier today, I recruited 20 people to help us post about this event on their social media. And what they got from me was a clarity prompt, okay? Because over the course of the past 2 days, on Friday, Saturday, I had people reaching back to me, and it's amazing that all of them, all the questions I got from this bootcamp were on clarity. How do I know what to choose? How do I know, I can do this, I can do so many things. How do I know which one to focus on? So what I decided to do was to give my clarity prompt. So there is an AI prompt we use on the Freelance MBA Reloaded to help people gain clarity in 15 minutes. You'll be able to see, what you should be doing. You have 10 options. You look at the 10 options and you make your decision right there on the spot. So, if you want access to that clarity prompt, we have like interesting things we're going to be doing, right? And you have to be on the WhatsApp group, okay? So, this challenge would only be available to those on the WhatsApp group. Or if you're also on the social media platforms and you're able to participate, right? It's You can also win access to that clarity prompt. It's a paid clarity prompt. So if you want access to it, you can just participate. We're going to have a scavenger hunt. So a scavenger hunt is just, I will tell you to go and find random objects around your house. So while we're doing this, you're going to find random objects around your house. And as you find those, the first set of people to find the random objects, and you take a picture. If you're on the WhatsApp, you can send it on WhatsApp. If you're watching from LinkedIn, YouTube, you can put it as a comment. But the drift is this, so that you don't go and download a picture from so that you don't go and download a picture from the internet. You have to put the object beside your face. Okay, you have to put the object beside your face, and then you drop the picture on the group. Okay, either drop it on the group or you drop it in comments. So once you do that, once we see that object against your face, you're going to be given the AI prompt. Okay, so you get the AI prompt and it's going to be fun all the way. All right, so if you're ready for this evening, type ready. I'm not seeing many reposts, so it's like you don't want us to have this event tonight. Type repost, go and repost this event. Type repost and let's get ready. Okay, let's get ready. Is anybody checking Facebook for me? Anybody checking Facebook for me? I need that feedback. Is Facebook working? I'm also trying to see if I'm able to get onto the Facebook. Okay, I want to see if I'm able to get onto the Facebook. Trying. Just give me a second. Let's see if Facebook is working. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, yes, I think Facebook is working. I can see that. I can see the Facebook right now. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much. So if you're on Facebook, please repost on Facebook. If you're on LinkedIn, repost on LinkedIn. Anywhere you are, make sure you are reposting on that platform. Thank you. So all those reposting, yes, and we're going to pick random people also, and you're also going to get that AI prompt. My desire is for everybody on the call tonight to get the AI prompts, but you have to work for it. You have to work for it so that I know that you truly deserve it. Let's get into business. Who is ready to win? If you're ready to win today, type ready to win. You're ready to win something. You want to win one of our amazing prizes. Ready to win. If you're ready to play, you want to enjoy and have fun also, type ready to have fun, ready to play. Put that. Ready. I want to feel your energy. I'm not feeling the energy. I'm not feeling the energy yet. Oh my. Let me feel the energy. All right. So let's get straight into business this evening. Okay. So tonight with me in the studio is somebody that is super amazing. Someone that, just the fact that we're able to call him and he's answering is mind-blowing for me. I want you to welcome with me tonight Olumide Glowville. Okay, I'm not going to be reading Olumide's bio tonight. Rather, I'll just talk a bit about how I met Olumide. And the reason I'm not going to read his bio is because many of the questions, we have some questions we've prepared ahead for him to answer, and many of them will cover part of his journey into the online space. So we're going to hear all about that first. But also, because I want to keep this a bit personal, because Olumide Glowville is somebody that I think I met Olumide before I met Glowville, something like that. So I met Olumide before I met Glowville. So I'll just talk a little bit about that, and then I'm going to bring him on board. Now, if you are ready to see Olumide Glowville tonight, you will be the one to determine. Oh, you'll be the one to determine what emoji should we use for him now, right? Just send some love. Send some love. Send some love. Let him be feeling the love and be like, what kind of people are this one? Send me some love emojis. Send the love emojis so that I can bring up tonight the amazing Glowville, the Glowville you've been hearing about, the Glowville that will make one post and the whole Facebook will shake. Right? Please help me celebrate, and bring Olumide Glowville on board. Let me see the celebrations. Let me see the excitement. So this evening, Olumide Glowville is going to be talking to us about attracting global opportunities through social media. And it's going to be talking from a place of experience, just like you've seen all through the 3 days. All the people we're bringing, they are not coming to give you theory. They are not telling you something they downloaded from Google or ChatGPT. These are people that have walked the path. And that is exactly the story of Olumide Glowville. He's somebody that has literally built online. He has built an entire empire on social media, and he's going to be telling us all about that this evening. And just like I said, I got to know Olumide Glowville when we were in uni. We attended the same uni, and we attended the same fellowship when we were in school. That was how I got to know Glowville. And I'll say something about him. He's a man that is humble to a fault. You know how people attain celebrity status, and there are rules. Why did you say hi to me that way? You don't have respect. You don't have no, not Glowville. Not Glowville at all. He carries everybody along. He tries his best. In fact, I don't even know how to celebrate him. But more importantly, to everybody on the call, is his journey, to social media. This is somebody that started social media before people even knew what social media was, which is one of the things we'll talk about this evening, right? This is somebody that even before anybody knew that they could make money on social media, he had started building, right? And he has built consistently, and is still standing. If you've been on social media and you left the platform, you probably know what I'm talking about. You understand why what I'm saying is worthy of celebration. Many people get on social media, they start, and then before you know it, they run away because they can't deal with the pressure to keep up, to be consistent, or maybe you're trying to get a particular result. You don't get that result, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm not doing it again. Okay, so please tonight, once again, celebrate and welcome with me the amazing Olumide Glowville. And it's going to be a Q&A session, and we're going to be talking about attracting global opportunities through social media. Good evening, Olumide. Do you want to say hello to our audience tonight?
Yes, good evening, Coach Bolu. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you tonight. I am so excited, and I can't wait to have wonderful conversations once again tonight and help everyone who is on the call gain one or two things that can basically transform their 2026. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I'm just trying to bring up the questions that we have to ask you. Before I bring up Olumide Glowville's questions, I'm going to do the first scavenger hunt. Okay. Let's see the first person that is able to get a canned Coke. Canned Coke. If you have canned Coke, right, the first person that can get a picture to their face of canned Coke, just put the can against your face, and then either drop it as a comment on YouTube or LinkedIn, on Facebook, or you drop it on the group. The first person to do that is going to get access, or in fact, all the people that do that will get access to the AI prompts. Let's do that very quickly. Very quickly, drop a picture of you holding a canned Coke to your face. very quickly, and then you get our AI prompt. All right, Olumide, let's start with your questions because I want us to move as quickly as we can tonight. Okay,
All right.
so yes, Olumide, I know you started building on I'm not going to share some inside story. I'll come and share the story back end because I knew some things, right? But we will not share that. We will not wash our linen in public. We'll keep it clean. But you
Yeah.
started building when we were in OAU. And me, I remember that I graduated OAU when that was in 2010. That was, we
Yeah.
graduated the same year, right?
No,
Yeah.
I graduated 2011.
2011. Okay. So you started building as at 2010, you were already building on social media. What
Yeah.
exactly did you see that made you decide that this social media is worth building on?
Okay. Thank you for that question. I mean, you are sending me down a rabbit hole. Um, I don't want to turn this into a history class, but I will, just so that people can be engaged. I will just tell you the story from how it started. So, um, back then in the university, I was studying dramatic arts. In most other universities, it's called theater arts. So naturally, I should be in Nollywood as an actor today, right? So when I got to 300 level, then I just kind of, became a bit more self-aware about. I was just thinking about my chances outside school. What does the future look like with this degree that I have, and what are my real chances out there? And I figured that, look, I'm not the, we know handsome guys, we know really cute looking guys, and I always believe that, look, for you to really thrive as a guy in Nollywood, you have to be really handsome, kind of. That was my idea at the time, and I just figured like, look, I I I don't stand a chance. I mean, that was my idea then, right? I I just thought that, look, I don't want to get out there and be disappointed that I can't land roles, I can't make the kind of money that I really needed to make. So I was looking at, okay, what other options do I have? I didn't want to wait till I finish school before realizing that I don't have a plan B, or before thinking of what should be my plan B. And at the time, social media was just starting to grow in Nigeria, but it was not big then. What we had at the time, it was in the age of internet, still, growing in Nigeria. So the best thing people had then, apart from going to the cyber cafe to browse, was you being on MySpace or High Five. And our first introduction to social media was Facebook, right? But beyond that, something that was really catching fire quickly was blogging. And in those days, we had very few blogs. We had Linda Ikeji, we had Olori Supergirl, we had Stella Dimoko. They were making waves a lot then, and then we had some other like Niger Loaded, Wap Trick, and all of those, Cefandos Rule, those kind
Yeah.
of platforms where we used to go to
You're
download
taking me
songs.
down memory lane,
You
Olumide.
get,
Like,
yeah. So those were those days where,
yeah.
men were boys, right? So I realized that these guys were making money. They were doing well for themselves. And I was like, okay, this is something that I mean, I already write, right? I was already in tune with my creative side. Of course, I'm taking a creative course. So I feel like there was nothing they were doing that I couldn't do. So immediately I was like, okay, how best can I get into this line, right? Luckily for me,
Mhm.
then there was a training on campus. Somebody had come, and then they were going to train people on how to be a blogger, how to start your own blog and all of that. So I looked for money and I paid for that training, and I went, and then I learned that I could either build on Blogspot or WordPress. So I chose WordPress. I started my blog. I was looking for what name can I call it, and then out of nowhere, I just said Glowville. Like, I don't, till today, if you ask me what's the meaning of Glowville, I don't know. it was just, I just needed a name that was not necessarily my name, right? Because I didn't want the Linda Ikeji. I didn't want to use my name. I didn't think that my name was sexy enough, for people to want to come and read my blog. So I was looking for a name that would just sound nice and people want to. So I just went for Glowville, and then I started that blog. And what I was really writing was just, love stories and all of that. And I had pretty, interesting stories there. So I grew very quickly. A lot of people wanted to read my blog, they wanted to read my stories, and that was how I was able to get into the online or digital space pretty much. But that was not like what drove me to social media. What drove me to social media was I had built a platform that my classmates were reading, but beyond my classmates, beyond my fellowship people, beyond people that knew me, I needed other people outside of my immediate environment to see what I was doing. And naturally, I discovered Facebook, that I could make friends. I mean, the day I went to Facebook and I saw that I could be clicking add as friend, even people I didn't know, I was so happy. Like now I can have so many people that would be reading my blog and maybe would like me and all of that. So in one day, I took time and I added about 700 people as friends on
Ooh.
Facebook, people that I didn't know from Adam, right? And then, from there, because they were now my friends, I was constantly posting and I was enjoying it. I mean, it was new territory for me. It was fun. I mean, what made it easy for me at the time, right, was because I was enjoying it. It was fun being able to put out your work in front of people, right, that do not necessarily need to know you. They're not in your environment. Some of them were in Lagos, some of them were in Abuja, some were even outside of Nigeria, right? So it thrilled me a lot. And from there, I started to build my social media presence, because I also realized that it would not make sense if every time I come on social media, it's all about just dropping my links to my blog. So I started to then get more conversational on social media, creating content, creating posts, and engaging other people. And before I knew it, people forgot that my name was Olumide and then started calling me Glowville, right? And
Glowville.
that was basically what brought me to this point today. Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's so much to unpack in what you said. A lot to unpack. So I'll just try to focus on the parts that have to do with this event because I don't want to
Yeah.
delve into certain things. So you mentioned earlier that you were looking at making money. So you had looked at your career trajectory, and you felt like, okay, instead of going into mainstream acting, you
Yeah.
felt or you needed something, something else where you could make money. And you did
Yeah.
tell us that there were already people. So we had the Linda Ikeji's, the Stella Dimoko. We had
Yeah.
a lot of them that were making mad money at the time.
Hmm.
Now, Glowville has entered the space. He has his own blog, and then he had his own Facebook page. He's got friends. People are reading his post and liking his post. What was
Yeah.
the bridge between you coming online and building a
Yeah.
presence to making money,
All right.
right? So that's
All right.
kind of the
Yeah.
second question. Let me just rephrase it in a way
Yeah.
that is better. So let's start with, what are three big opportunities that you've been able to unlock on social media? Your three biggest from
Okay.
social media. Yeah.
All right. So I will just continue from where I stopped, which was the first question. You said, what was the bridge? I mean, it was not easy. I would not sit down here and tell you that I started making money from the first month or the second month or even from the first year, because I was just blogging. I was growing pretty much. But one thing I need to say was that all of throughout the time that I was building my blog, I did not realize that what I was doing, because when I built the blog, I had to learn so many things fast just to get my blog out there. I had to learn social media, I had to learn content marketing, email marketing, search engine optimization, web analytics, so many things, just because I kept on reading about how do I want to blow, I want to be as big as Linda Ikeji. So I wanted I was always looking at them. What are they doing? How can I do this? Right. So I had like a 2 year period or 3 year period of constantly learning different things. And what I was doing at the time, I didn't realize was called digital marketing. I was just self training. All I wanted to do was I wanted to become a big blogger, right? But in the process, and this is where I call serendipity, right? In the process of me trying to build my blog, I built something better for myself. I built a brand for myself. I built a name. I built social media platforms because it was in that process that people knew me first from my blog, but they then knew me better from my social media presence, from the things I post about on social media, from, I was able to build a huge following online. And that was where the money really started coming from. Yes, I made some money from my blog.
Before
Can you hear me?
you,
Yeah.
yes, before you start talking about the money, there's
Yes.
something that you have just said that I think is absolutely important for people to hear. What I'm hearing from you is that Olumide, you became. So in the
Yes.
process, you were looking for something, right?
Yeah.
And you had your eyes fixed on the goal. And as you
Yeah.
were working towards getting this, let's call it maybe like a big apple, as we were
Mm-hmm.
working towards getting it, you were adding
Yeah.
on skills, knowledge, and experiences that
Yeah.
made you become, right?
Yes.
And I just wanted to point out this fact because every day we're getting inquiries from people. We're getting these inquiries from people that, oh, I want to make money. How do I make money on social media? How do I earn?
Yeah.
How do I do this? How do I do that? What people are not realizing is the becoming part. Of course, I'm not saying you have to keep your eyes on a goal, right? But you need to be patient enough to become. You need to be patient enough to add on all the skills, the knowledge, and experiences that you need. And by the time you add those things, naturally, the things you're trying to attract, they will then
Okay.
begin
Thank
to
you.
come to you. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So I just wanted to point that out before you continue. So let's go to the opportunities now. Because you now
All
said the
right.
money started coming. How long did it take for the money
Yes.
to start coming? And what are the big opportunities that came?
Okay, so yeah, like I said, the blogging started to pay because I was able to register for AdSense because I had big traffic on my blog, and then I started making money from the traffic that came to my blog, and then people started reaching out to me to kind of do affiliate marketing, where I was able to sell their products to my community or to my readers, right, and earn from every successful purchase pretty much. And beyond that, I was then able to also start to use my social media profile to gain opportunities, which is what takes me to the next one. Now, because I had built a name for myself, kind of. I did not just build a name for myself, I built a professional reputation for myself because I was constantly out there. People knew a lot of things I could do. They knew I was a writer, they knew I was a storyteller, they knew I could, do brand work, they knew I was a digital marketer, they knew so many that they knew about my wide range of skill set. And so I got my first professional job I mean 9 to 5 work based off of the reputation I built online. Someone knew and then just referred me to my first job. And to the glory of God, since 2018, I've changed jobs about maybe 6 to 7 times. I've not had to submit a CV anywhere, right? All of the times I've needed to change jobs or I've changed jobs, the referrals have come from someone who knew me on social media, right? So that's one of the ways that social media, building a presence online, has helped me. Secondly, because I've had platforms that have been big enough over the years, I've also been able to do a lot of jobs by the side, gigs by the side, local and international, where, I get people reach out to me, oh, I need this strategy document, or I need this social media development to be done. I need this to, I've gotten a lot of jobs like that locally and internationally, right? I've also been able to do a lot of brand partnerships, right, for different brands, Malta Guinness, Nestle, Pulse, name them, right? I've been able just because I've built this, um, you know, name or this brand for over a decade, more than a decade now, right? Now, right? And but the biggest part that I'm so grateful for is the quality of contacts or network that I've built over the years because I believe that's the biggest wealth. All the blessings I enjoy today is because of a lot of people that I've met, right, in the course of me showing up consistently online and giving value every time or as much as possible when I'm online, right? The quality of people that I didn't go to school with them, I didn't attend the same church with them, but they've just found me online. They found my content, they found my personality to be great. They followed me, and we've just, I meet people sometimes when I go out and they just recognize me like I don't know them, but they know me, and they're like, "Oh, I really enjoy following you." A lot of people even know my story more than myself. They know my wife, know so many things about me, right? And these are the people who fight for me in so many places, in many rooms. That there was one time I was going to get a job. Very interesting story, right? I'd gotten to the last stage with someone else, and there was a big, argument in the company. They were looking for who to pick. And when they got to the CEO's desk, the CEO realized, that he knew me from social media just by looking at my name. And, that was basically what swung the decision in my favor, right? So there is a lot of opportunities and blessings that social media has brought my way. And I'm always grateful for it. And that's why I try to keep my brand as simple as possible, right? So that's it. Thank you.
Oh my, what an amazing, amazing story. Oh my goodness. Wow. For those that are in the comment section, I want you to type, just tell yourself, just say build though. Just type it. And you must put all behind it. Say build though, pull your hair and say build though. Call your name and say you better build something. Build something. All right, while we're waiting for those comments to come, I'll talk about this general notion. I don't know if you've come across it, but I've heard
Yeah.
people say things like, people that make noise. That's how they say it. That these people that make noise on social media, that the reason we are making noise on social media is because we've not been able to make it in real life. They say you've not made it in real life. So you now
Yeah.
come to social media and try to make noise so that people can notice you. What do you
Yeah.
think about that ideology? Is it important to build on social media, or if I have a job, I'm able to feed my family, and can I just stay off social media?
Well, I would say that maybe 10 to 15 years ago, those people would think that you spending a lot of time on social media, it was a waste of time. They would have a point, right? But the world has evolved at a very rapid pace in the last decade, and it will continue to evolve. And the way the world is evolving is such that if you don't evolve with it, you'll be left behind, right? And I always tell people that you just need to think of very relatable stories like the story of BlackBerry or the story of Nokia, right? If you don't adapt to the changing world, you will become history. A lot of things about yourself will become obsolete very quickly. And so what do I mean? You right now, one of the biggest skills, personal skill that any young person or any professional that wants to be globally relevant or relevant, let me not even put the global first, that wants to be relevant, that they need to build is personal brand. And you cannot build a personal brand that is going to go far and wide if you're not on digital platforms, if you are not on social media, if you are not building online, if you do not have a digital footprint that people want to check. Because I can give you a practical example today. If you call someone's name and you say, oh, this person, this is something about them, the first place people go to is where? If they want to learn more about this person.
It's social media.
Exactly. Or they go to Google, they go to the internet,
Google, yeah, the
right?
internet.
Whatever defines internet for you. Today, internet is three from as far as I'm concerned. One, internet is your search engine. So you go to Google. Internet is your social media, or you go to AI. You go to your chat GPT and you just type the person and see what comes up. People will always look for you. Once they hear about you and they want to learn more information. Now, if you do not have any solid information out there that you have built, that you have curated, you will lose opportunities. You'll be left behind. You become a mystery, and people will forget about you. They will only go with that person that is available, that people know, that they can see, that they can even attest to what the person has done. And the internet never forgets, right? Which is why, as you are building your personal branding, build it well. Don't be careless with it as well, because there is also the wrong side of building your personal branding, which we are not here to talk about. But the main thing is that it is very important for you to be online. So even if there are some people who call themselves introverted, you don't necessarily need to use your face all the time. You don't necessarily need to be on video all the time. If you're introverted, one of the good things is that you think deeply more. You are melancholic, right? So you can write, you can put out your thoughts, you can tell us about the work that you do, you can tell us about the innovations in your mind. Just put something out there that makes people know that you are solid. You are not just existing, you are, happening to life as well, right? You need to put out things about yourself, about the work that you do, about your aspirations, about the things that you care about. You just need to put yourself out there. So, I mean, it is no brainer. You have to build a personal brand, a brand that can speak good things about you when you're not there. That's very critical in today's world.
All right, thank you so much. That's such an eye opener. And just to add to that, when people, yeah, and I agree with you. In the past, I agree that it wasn't compulsory. You didn't really have to be on social media. But
Yeah.
today, you'll see even the big names. Someone like Tony Elumelu is like one of the
Yes.
number ones on LinkedIn today. So
Absolutely.
if those ones are building and you're saying that it is the misfits that are building, then you need to ask yourself that question
And you
again.
you you might want to ask, for somebody like Tony Elumelu who has achieved everything, or you can say he has achieved everything, why is he still putting in a lot of effort to be online, to be relevant? And I'll tell you two things. Number one, his business is a going concern, right? And he's no longer leveraging on his skill set to continue gaining attraction for his business. He's now leveraging on his personal brand. Tony Elumelu already has a personal brand. There are a lot of people who already know him, who already ascribe um, a certain value to him. The more they see him, the more they remember his business, the more they feel the need to patronize his business. So you see that he's using his personal brand to create sustainability for his business. Second reason is the generation that knew Tony Elumelu well, they have grown older. But there is a young generation that has the higher population in Nigeria. Today, if you look at statistics, Nigeria's population is about 65% made up of people younger than 24 years old. Now, if Tony Elumelu, despite the fact that he's like two generations above, if he decides not to use the social media platform, his business might lose traction. Now he's there, a lot of young people will see him, they will want to learn more about him, they will know that he has a business and they will want to, because he's trying to show his youthful side as well. He can connect to the youth and then the youth can do business with him. So you cannot say I'm too old to be online. You can also not say I'm too young or I'm too serious, because if you are not online, you are losing a lot. a
I
lot that it will take somebody to quantify it for you before you realize it. So yeah, it's very important.
Oh my goodness, that was really eye opening, and then it just even opened my eye to, there was this time that it was, I think, Unduka. There's this Unduka guy, the guy that was shadowing Tony with wearing his red
Yes.
tie,
Yes.
and then Tony connecting with him. Now I get that connection with the younger generation. It was
Yes.
intentional. Wow.
Yes.
That's brilliant. We have a question here that is a bit related to what we're talking about. And
Okay.
I'll just take that question now. And Anawanti says, please, how do you get people to engage? And how do you build a strong network with people?
Interesting. Two questions. I'll start with the first one. How do I get people to engage? I've written a book about engagement, about how to drive engagement for your content. Because again, it's easy to tell people that go online, put yourself out there, write stuff, and when they go online and after 24 hours, zero likes, one like, it can get really discouraging. I'll tell you for a fact. It is not easy to build a community online, to build something that people want to engage. I mean, you see Coach Bolu post stuff and she's getting engagement. People are posting, and you might post and you are not getting even two likes. Not even your friends are liking, right? There is an art and science to it, right? But I will just brush through, right? So first, if you are going to if you are going to create something online, I need you to be authentic first. I need you to be yourself. Post authentically. Post like yourself. Post like you are gisting with your friends. Don't try to be too serious. Don't try to be very rigid. Don't sound like a computer, like a robot. Talk like you're talking with your friends, right? Talk like you're talking with your partner, with your daddy, with your mom, with your siblings. Just be natural, engage naturally. You get it helps a lot because people can tell when you are not being yourself and you cannot sustain it for long. And one of the things that will make people stop when they see your post and not scroll past it is if it, you know, engages them in the way that they want to be engaged. And one of the ways that you will be able to do that naturally is by being yourself. Because guess what? People don't get bored when you're talking to them naturally. When it's not like when you're writing, like you come into a room and you're talking to somebody, they will not ignore you, right? So if you write the way you will talk, right, you will realize that people are more interested in also talking back to you by responding, by clicking like, by giving dropping comments. And I will give you 4 ways by which you can create your content in a way that is almost impossible for somebody to not stop and engage with it. 4 things. Number one, tell stories. If you know how to tell stories, right, you will be followed, you will be loved, you will be engaged, right? Find a way to tell stories. Anything you want to talk about, turn it into a story. You want to teach people 4 ways on how to write better CVs. First, bring your personal story into it. Say, oh, there was a time in my life that I do you can you believe that there was a time that I applied for over 200 jobs in 1 year and I did not get one interview? I cried, eh? I mean, I'm telling you, you will write it this exact way I'm saying it. I cried and I thought it was my village people. I even went to church. People want to read the stories of other people. So you tell the story, tell us about the problem, then bring us to the solution, and then teach us from there. You would have people who will read every single word, and then they will drop comments because they will also want to share their own experiences because they can connect with your stories. Secondly, is use humor. If you know how to make people laugh, if you know how to say things that can make people laugh, use it a lot in your content. in your posts, and you'll get people to engage you naturally, right? So, and the thing is, every one of us goes, at least in one day, there is something that makes you laugh. If you look at it, there is a funny moment that you observe, either by somebody passing by your street, something you saw online. There must be something that makes you share freely. Were you giving freely, you should give to others as well, right? Because those are the things that will not make you look boring, that will not make you, look like a robot, sound like a robot. People want to relate with you. They want to see those quirky moments in your life, those things that you found funny as well. Put it, and then if you know how to infuse it into your post, infuse it as well. Those are the kind of things that people engage. And that's why you see that most of the people who call content creators or influencers on social media today are funny people. The Taomas, the Lai Wasabis, because Nigerians, humans naturally, we love humor. We engage with humor, right? And so if you can combine storytelling and humor together, you are going to make a lot of. If you look at, why do you think Aproko Doctor, for example, continues to thrive? Because he's teaching and he's infusing humor into it. When he calls you Nkechi, when he calls, when he talks about differences, and he will see that he's even infusing some videos or some sound that is supposed to be funny into it. That is because he wants to keep the audience engagement. So humor. The third is education. Teach people stuff, uncommon stuff that they don't know. And that's where that's even the perfect example for the Aproko Doctor. He teaches health stuff every day, right? And so people want to learn something new, so that every time they see you, they know that you're going to drop another wonderful gem. They will not miss your post, right? So teach people stuff as much as possible, and people want to engage. But if you're not, and what you are teaching should not be common knowledge, things that people already know. You have to find a unique angle. You have to find something that people don't already know. Once they can see that you always find a new angle to the things you teach, people will want to follow you more. They will want to engage with you more. They will have more questions to ask you. They will see you as the authority. They will see you as the, main go-to person for this kind of knowledge. And that's how you build your own community, your network, your platform, your engagement, right? And then the last one is the cheapest, is the simplest, is the easiest. Just ask questions. Give people the opportunity to express themselves, right? So is that you are doing Vox Pop, you just wake up and say, would you prefer a 50K job in the UK, 50K dollars job in the UK, or a 5 million naira per annum job in Nigeria? You will see different people will come and share. That's the cheapest way to build engagement on your platform.
Oh my
Just give
goodness.
people the opportunity to express themselves is the cheapest way. And that's why you see that when you make posts, or if you're a content marketer, if you're a content creator, they always tell you that part of the ways you should finish your content is to ask people questions that they can respond to. So you've taught people stuff, then ask them questions. So tell me, how would you be practicing this in your job? Every time, once you do that, you've given them the opportunity to respond. So either you end it with a question, or you just ask your question direct, right? Because if you don't give people something to hold on to after your content, they will not have anything to respond to, right? So if you just tell your story and you finish it at the end, everybody too will go home. Thank you, bye bye. Or you finish it and you say, oh, so what should this person do next? Or if you are in this person's shoe, what will you do? Naturally, people will want to respond. But if you just put the end, close, everybody will go home, right?
Wow.
So those are some of the ways by which you can get people to engage your content, and then you can build that natural relationship. And finally, when people respond to your content, please don't leave them hanging.
Yeah.
Respond to your comments, because when you do it, they will feel like they are really talking to you, and they will want to come back again and drop another comment another day. But if you are the type that you are too big to respond to comments, eventually people will stop responding. They will stop commenting because they know that they are just talking to a wall. You will not respond back to them, right? So that's it.
All right. Thank you so much, Olumide. I didn't plan to write anything tonight. I wasn't planning to jot. I was just trying to keep track of the questions. And I had to just create a part out of my book to gain from this wealth of knowledge. Thank you so much for
Okay.
sharing that. I'll take one more question for now. And
All
we've
right.
got someone in the studio that is just going to be sharing about our program, the Freelance MBA. She'll
All
come
right.
on board and then just speak a little bit about that. We still have Olumide in the studio. We're going to milk him dry like tonight. We'll finish everything we can learn. We'll finish everything, right? But before then, I just want us to, give him a short break if he needs to drink water or something. So we'll do a little bit of knowing about the freelance MBA, and Olumide will be back. So we'll take this question, and it's from Eromosele Imomon, and it says, "Hi Olu, great response, but you have not addressed the noise or what the noise is, or if it is a thing like Bulu asked." Now, because I asked this question, Olumide, my eyes have seen content. Like I live, so in the name of building on social media, I don't know if you've come across it. People just posting things. Let me give you one of the ones that I have beefs for. Of course, I respect everybody and the way they choose to do things. You see those posts that people make where somebody has posted their post. Somebody will now come. I blame all the monetizing platforms for this. Somebody will now come and put themselves in the corner of the post and just be looking
They
and be
call it
saying
reaction videos.
it's reaction video. Ah, everything I see that thing, I'm like, Ilele, what is this? I'm not, there are some of them that are good if you were actually reacting and I can
Yes.
enjoy your reaction to the video. But some people just put themselves there and watch because they want you to watch the video so that it can bring
Yes.
light and all of that to their own post. That's
Yeah.
one category. You know me, I moved to LinkedIn. I left our area. I came to LinkedIn. My eyes have seen, God. So I'll see some posts and I'll be like, she post no lele. Like you see, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Everything on LinkedIn is motivation. As I was going, I kicked sand. The sand went up. Do you know the upward movement of the sand as it went up? It just reminded me that life is upward movement. As the sand went up, it now came down. Everything that go up must surely come down. Hope you have fun and enjoy the rest of your day. I will feel like crying. Feeling, what is this? Right? So that was when I said noise. It's things like that I'm referring to. There are sometimes you
Yeah.
see disjointed posts. Sometimes you even see people posting criminal things like
Yeah.
about themselves in the name of. I
Mm-hmm.
remember somebody posting about animal cruelty, which is a big issue in the world. The person had
Yeah.
done something to a particular animal, and the person was
Yeah.
saying, see what I did to my, in quotes, my pet. And I'm like, all in the name of I want people to engage me and relate with me. So does this noise really exist? And how can it be curbed? What can we do to ensure that we're not just noisemakers, rather we are really indeed creating content?
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that question. So I think you've answered one of the questions. You've provided one of the reasons. So I will go. I'll start from what is causing it, right? The first thing is demonetization, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of platforms are now monetized, or people have now clocked that when you build a platform online, naturally brands will come to you, you get gigs. So everyone is looking for attention. Anything that brings about attention to me, it doesn't matter how it comes. I just want to be able to build quickly. And the second problem is that there are a lot of people among us who also enjoy those kind of content and
Mm.
patronize those contents. Because if I decide to be crazy today and I start posting crazy content, and nobody cares about my crazy content. If I do it three, four, five, 6 times and nobody really cares, I'll stop naturally. But if I do it and today maybe I've been posting good content for 5, 10, 15 times and the best I've gotten is 10 likes, then I decide to post something crazy and I get 10,000 likes. Is that not
Mm,
incentive for to go more, to go crazier and
yeah.
keep setting new standards of crazy, right? So yeah, the noise will be there because it continues to get patronized, right?
Mm,
And the noise will be there because it also continues to get incentivized. The more
mm,
attention you create, that's why you see platforms like Kata Ife. I don't know if you know Kata Ife, right? He's a streamer who is always making noise, right? They will continue to grow. You continue to see people like Pella, right? No disrespect to him, continue to build platforms and continue to grow, even though they're not doing anything sensible, pretty much, right? Because first, they are being monetized. Second, they have huge people who patronize them. And you would notice also that over the last 2 decades, this decline is evident almost in everything. In the kind of movies that we create, you see
mm,
that there is a natural decline in the quality. And when I say quality, I'm not talking of the quality of the equipments used, the quality of the story, the quality of the acting, the quality of the values that are being shared, right? A lot of people just want to do anything that would get them the attention and go. Same with our
mm,
music, same with the quality of books that we, a lot of things. People are now reducing quality for quantity of
mm,
rubbish that people want to consume, right? So that is an issue generally. But the good news is that despite the fact that there is a market for noise, there's also a market for substance.
mm,
And the market for noise quickly gets kicked out by somebody else who can make a larger, higher noise. This just before I joined this call this evening, somebody asked me a very the question just came out of the blues, and I thought about it. Said, we have not been seeing Bobrisky and this other guy recently. And I thought about it too. Really, I have not seen them in a while. What could have happened? Somehow people have moved on away from them because there are new noisemakers in town. But
yeah.
with value, you will always be relevant.
Mm,
That's what I tell people. When you have value, when you give out value, when you are not just all noise, because you will eventually be an old taker. Let me use the language that Gen Zs use today. If you are just all about noise, because somebody else will always come to drop bigger noise, and everybody will leave you and follow that person. But if
mm,
you are value driven, your value will be evergreen. The noise
mm,
you made today loses value tomorrow. You have to make another noise to remain. But the value you drop today, even if somebody comes 10 years from now, that value will always be relevant. So that is why I encourage people to build their personal brand on value, not on noise. Right. So that's my response to it.
oh my God. So this has been so amazing. And I just want to say thank you. Olumide is not going. For in case you hear me saying thank you, I've just been filled with so much value that I have to even start the thank yous from right now. Right now, I'm going to be bringing up two people that have completed the Freelance MBA, which is the reason or the sponsor of this entire event. This event is sponsored by the Freelance MBA, which is a platform that trains people to monetize their presence online. So build digital products or monetize a skill. So I'm going to be bringing up two people. I'll take Olumide off the screen just for a moment, okay?
All
And
right.
then I'll bring up two people that have completed the freelance MBA. in 2025, and they'll be talking to us about their experience. It's going to be very brief, their experience on the Freelance MBA and how it has helped them to monetize their brands online. Okay, so with me in the studio this evening, I've got two people. Let me see. I've got Oluwatofunmi and also Gracefield. You know, while we listened to Gracefield's story when we started, when we started the meeting. So I've got these two people. If you're able to share your video, please share your videos, ladies, so we can see you. Can you please share your videos? Hi, Oluwatofumi.
Hello, Coach
All
B.
right, and let's yeah. So is Gracefield there? Gracefield, if you're there, can you share your video so we can see you? Okay, so Oluwatofumi, thank you so much for coming this evening. I celebrate you. I'll quickly introduce Oluwatofumi. Oluwatofumi came to the Freelance MBA as a mentor. She did not come in to learn freelancing. She is a project manager. She manages projects in education in the UK. And I know that she also coaches, like her job entails coaching people. So I had brought Oluwatofumi on board to help coach people on the freelance MBA, just to serve as a mentor to ensure that people are completing their tasks, right? And there's something that environment does to you. For those in the comment section, I want you to just type environment, type environment. Your environment shapes you. And I say this a lot. So people that think I can do it by myself, yes, you have the ability to do it by yourself. But when you are in the midst of people that are doing it, you will do it. The Bible talks about King Saul, right? Before he became king, he came into the midst of a company of prophets. An ordinary man began to prophesy. That's what happens to you when you come into the midst of freelancers. You will begin to earn online. That's what happens. So Mentor Tofumi came in to help other people, and then something happened in October because she took all of us by surprise. She decided that I'm mentoring people to be earning online. Did they put my own head inside the basket, right? And she decided to try it out. So I'll leave her to tell that part of the story, what happened with her. And just for people on the call, thank you. I can see you all typing environment. I celebrate your African music. Nabo goodness. Ayo Olawumi. I see you. Let me see who else. I see Gotane. I see Ojimamusa. Gold. Cha cha. That should be charity. I see Global Blessing, Justin. Thank you all for posting. We'll still come back to questions. I can also see a couple of questions in the chat box. We'll come back to the questions, but let's hear from Tofumi. So give us that gist. How did you go from mentor to earning? Give us.
Coach B, good evening again. It's my pleasure. Always a pleasure being in the same room with Coach B. There's that horror, that beautiful grace all over her. You just have to partake of that beauty, of that grace. So, again, I say good evening to everyone on the call. It's a pleasure listening to our speaker all along. Olumide, it's a pleasure sharing the room with you. This is someone I knew from the beginning of the building. I was part of the blogs and all of that. It's beautiful. And the beautiful thing is, I know Olumide doesn't know, but we share the same wedding day. Yeah, so we have the same wedding, and we got married on the same day. Myself and my twin sister, and then Olumide. So it was, yeah. So it's beautiful, and I love listening to all that he's saying. Sorry, before I share about myself, there's something I want everybody to pay attention to. Olumide said at the beginning, he paid for blogging class. Just an encouragement to anyone here who is thinking, well, he's always paying for class, paying for this one. My dear, you will continue to pay because that's where learning take place. Learning, the real learning won't take place, in just free classes. You jump on this one. Sit down to learn in 2026. Okay, back to what I'm here to do. So the freelance MBA is always a beautiful ground for anyone who wants to grow. I don't even care what field that it is for you. I don't care what you're doing at the moment, but that space is a place of growth. So like Coach B said, I was mentoring, and I've mentored the first set, and I think it was this last cohort. I just told myself, we're having the mentors meeting, and I told myself, I said, well, why would I be mentoring people? And because I am a 9 to 5 person, I love structure. I love, that definite thing to say, I know that salary is coming. Don't mind me. Don't look at me like that. And I'm always like, oh, if you're a freelancer, you have to. But I told myself, extra income won't be a bad idea. So let's do it together. So I made up my mind. Everything that they are going to be doing, I'm going to be doing as well. And I want to tell you, see, when you are in a space, please be committed. Follow the process. Do the right thing. Follow the instruction. One of the beautiful things you are going to get on the freelance MBA, let me tell you, is not just newbies. As far as I know, I was this last cohort, I was a mentor to great women. People who are doing amazing things. This 1,000 we are talking about, they've earned $1,000, $2,000, they've gone past. And so you have that space on the freelance MBA to be in a room with people who have had all the experiences and are now building structure, and are now learning how to build a brand around. Olumide talked about it the other time. So you're not just a graphic designer and that's it. You are building an empire as a graphic designer. And so for me, I followed the process, and this particular one, we were asked to, optimize. Yeah, that's the word. Optimize our Upwork profile. I've had Upwork like forever. And I said, yes, I will sit down with it. It was Coach Babatunde. And then I did it one after the other. I haven't even completed the process. Then I got the invite. Call me surprise. I got an offer of $10,000. Our mindset sometimes could be very limited. And I told myself, are they trying to scam me? Like, look at me very weird. Do I look like somebody who can't scam? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You know what happened? The day I was going to look deeply into that offer, I was going to encourage my team members on the Hafa tribe, because we have tribes in it, freelance MBA. Come in and taste it, It's beautiful. You have tribe members. So I was going to ginger my tribe members that day to say, oh, what is going on today? How many offers do we have? And I just jokingly said, I have one offer. It's sitting there. And I posted, the receipt as it is in my email. And after saying it in that room, I said, well, why won't you respond to that offer? Why are you joking around it? And then I went back and sent my response. The rest is history. My people, the onboarding was even as seamless as anything. I sat down saying, let me follow this onboarding process. Let me see how it goes. And that was how I onboarded. In less than 23 days, I think I had my first $1,000, because it's like it's a stretch, of projects, and it has a lot of people on it. So it's just a matter of coming and take as many as you can. It was that kind of system. In that few days, because I was working my 9 to 5, and I just had to come in, slot in 2 hours, do different tasks, 2 hours, in few days. That $1,000 that looked like a big deal to all of us, I had more than it, in less than a month. That is the power of commitment. That is the power of staying true. I've been on the freelance and mentor people the first season, and nothing came out of it. But as Olumide said, you have to stay true. You have to continue. You have to be tenacious. You have to continue to do the right thing. Please follow the instruction. It works and it never fails. So this is my story. I am a millionaire in dollars. Thank you, Coach B. It's a pleasure sharing here. And I want to say to everyone on this call, it was on the freelance MBA that I knew that I have capacity for more. I used to think I was busy, but when I got the freelance MBA, I can't say no, it's not possible. I saw that there are spaces of time, and I could even do it where I could do the mentorship and I still have space of time. I told myself there is space. So there were other things I could have said no to that I could take on, because the freelance MBA give you structure. You will read, your mind will grow. You will read the 10x rule and you stay in one place. Or have you seen Shaking a Billionaire? Have you read that book? You can't read those books and remain the same. You will be transformed from inside out. So if you are still doubting it, I'm saying to you, please come on the hack. Don't be left behind. So this is my story, and it's a pleasure sharing with you all tonight. Thank you. You're muted, Coach B.
Thank you so much, Coach Tofumi. You said you enjoy being in the same room with me. I enjoy being in the same room with you. I love your energy. I love your vibes. And to everybody on the call, you heard it though. If you like, continue staying there. I'm going to share a similar testimony with Coach Tofumi. For those that maybe know me, I was not a freelancer. I didn't identify as a freelancer for a very long time. In fact, until we started the freelance MBA. The freelance MBA itself, it was not supposed to be for freelancers. It was just me. I wrote a book and I said, how can I write a book and people are not, getting the result of what I want to see? And that was when I started the first challenge, which was the LinkedIn MBA challenge, right? It was a LinkedIn MBA, and then that was what evolved into the freelance MBA. So I wasn't your typical freelancer that had an Upwork account and all of that. And it was taking the freelance MBA just to encourage people myself also that made me open my Upwork account, or I'd opened it a couple of months before. Then I just said, okay, let me even set up this thing. So I set it up. It didn't take 1 week. I got my first offer, right? The guy, somebody from, it was the UK or something, needed coaching. I had to beg the guy at the end of the day that, see, guy, I cannot do this thing. I had to beg the client. He still paid me, which was funny because I had the first initial consultation with him. But I had to tell him that I'm too busy to handle this consultation. Right. And I was not even looking for client. I was just like, let me to set up so that I can encourage my people. And that was it. So I'm saying to everybody on the call, right, it works. You just need to put in the job, put in your effort, and then it will work for you. It will work for you. And there was something Coach Tofumi also said. See, get into a structured environment. I won't lie to you. Don't waste your time. I've wasted time in my life. Me, I'm one of those people that didn't like paying for something. So these days, when I see somebody that does not want to pay, there's a way it hurts me. I'm not hurt by your actions. It pains me that you're wasting your life, you're wasting time. Because I know that that thing you're trying to do by yourself in 3 years, some people have already done it in 3 years and they're just telling you they want to carry you to jump those 3 years. That's what we're doing for you. Clarity. Me, Mrs. Multi-talented. You think you're multi-talented? Have you met me? Have you met me? No, you can't. You have to choose one. And some people, there's sometimes you now see those posts. There's nothing wrong. Don't niche down. Don't niche down. Now your life you dey waste. They'll say, there's nothing. Don't niche. Just, because you might lose clients. Are you looking for small money or big money? But let's not even talk about all of that. Thank you so much, Mentor Tofumi, for coming online to speak about your experience on the Freelance MBA tonight. I can see Gracefield, but a video is not showing. Gracefield, can you say hi?
Hi, Coach B. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Right. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, Gracefield.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Right. I can't I can't turn on my video. So I earlier told one of the coordinators there's a streaming going on where I am, so I might not be able to do that. So yeah, my workspace area is kind of being used at the moment. So I'm so sorry about that. Coach B, you're looking beautiful. And then you're looking younger every day. I love that.
Stop toasting me. Stop toasting me on live TV. Come to my inbox and toast me. All right. So very quickly, because I want people to be able to really ask Glowville their questions. I want you to very, very quickly tell us about your wins on the Freelance MBA. Very quickly, okay? What were your wins on the Freelance MBA before I then just explain to people what the Freelance MBA really is? Okay, over to you, Gracefield.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so hi everyone. Good evening. Okay, so during the Freelance MBA, I think one of the things that first caught me was clarity. So when everybody says clarity, it's easy for you to shine light on others, but it's sometimes difficult for you to find light yourself. I'm saying this because before I joined Freelance MBA, I had helped people show up better on LinkedIn. And but I had that difficulty myself. And you know that if my colleagues or if the people I went through Freelance MBA are on Discord, they will drag me on this comment session. So I'm being so honest and transparent, because you're helping other people show up better, but you can't shine the light on yourself because you need a different eye to look through what you're doing. And that was what Coach B did for me. I remember the first time that they I remember the first time that I told her all of I had that conversation. I sent a long voice note. And she's like, Gracefield, you're asking me. I remember that voice note. It's saved. It can't run. I'll play it one day in public. you know. And Coach B said, I told her I was getting offers from two areas. I don't know where to focus. She now said, oh, you're asking me, you have Venza and you have Ferrari, and you're asking me which one you should go with. That was the exact this thing she used. She said, go with the one that that you're passionate about, and the one that that people are is in high demand. And that was what I did. And during the freelance MBA, I got the first foreign clients. In fact, before then, they've not taught us how to prepare an offer. And so I almost blew it up. But thank God they taught us how to create an offer. And so I worked around it, and I got my foreign clients during the freelance MBA. And then after the freelance MBA, I'm going to say this. I don't know if this is a graduation session or onboarding session. I don't know which it is. But I'm going to say this for anyone who is around Coach B. So if you go through the freelance MBA, I'm saying this, if you've not, you need to. This is your sign. Go. If you have gone, this is your sign to sit down and process. I think I'm going to be dishonest, and I'm going to round it up in just 2 minutes. Go back and sit down and process the things you've learned. Process them and actively apply them. Because now I've finished freelance MBA, but I'm milking the things I learned during the freelance MBA. I am remembering them, I'm jotting them down, I am actively using them. I get connection requests from foreign clients, and I'm not even joking. I was telling some people on a call yesterday that most of my my connections are now CEOs. I hope it's not going to affect my visibility, because I get connection requests from them. Currently, I'm processing a what do you call it? A business plan, for a Bulgarian company. They are coming into Africa and they want me to position them. It's when the first day I got the message, I got on the first call, I did my presentation. Coach Chibuzo will teach you how to, during the freelance MBA, if you've not attended, you need to go and meet them. We'll teach you how to set up systems, and Coach B will always tell you, prepare your presentation ahead of time, make sure, I prepared, you know what it means. And the person said, okay, Gracefield, okay, I think we're not just going to do positioning for us now. You're going to be African representative. I said, okay, now I'm seeing anything is happening to me in a real form, and that is not just it. Now I'm taking time to sit down. All of those systems that we were taught during the freelance MBA, most of those, most of those preparing different offers for different people now, because people see or go to check my profile and they see, okay, founders. Some people now message me, maybe I drop a post about positioning and how you can position yourself better on LinkedIn and all of that, and then people are sending messages to me and like, oh, it's only CEOs that you attend to, so I had to now, okay, I had to create a different offer that can now accommodate all of those people, so this is all of a product of freelance MBA. See, and if you mistakenly get Coach B's number, let me say it. So you getting into freelance MBA also gives you access to Coach B, because she's on the group. So when you pay that money and enter, you're getting free access to Coach B. And immediately you get access to Coach B, please hold her nika, hold her anything, hold her hair. You see, hold everything, right? Hold her. Make sure you get clarity. Make sure that you see that your money like this, you got the real, you make sure you milk that money out. This is me cheering all of you on. If you've not registered for Freelance MBA, please do yourself that favor. Go, because even after Freelance MBA, I assure you, you will still be reaping. I am telling you, you'll still be reaping the things that you learn. You still be reaping from the things that you learned from Freelance MBA. If somebody told me that in 2025, that by 2025, before the end of 2025, I'll be having calls with people from Asia. people from Bulgaria, people from, I will tell the person to hold on first of all, then, come back later and tell me what they mean. But all of these things happened. You had somebody on the call, the person speaking before me, who spoke before me, saying 10,000. These things are not scam. Please, I'm alive. My name is Gracefield, is there, is boldly written. Please send me a DM on LinkedIn and say, I just want to confirm if it's true. It's true. It's true. These things are not lies. If you do the work, it works. It works. Thank you all. Coach B, I love you.
Oh my God.
I see,
Please,
I
somebody should
promise
send this
you.
girl away.
All right, bye. Take
Thank
me out from the studio.
Thank you so much, Gracefield. And when I saw that they had put your video on the slide, I was like, where is my Gracefield? Though I didn't even know you were coming live into the studio. Thank you so much for coming this evening. Thank you for sharing your testimonial. And I pray for you. We always pray. I pray for you more opportunities, more global opportunities.
Amen.
You
Amen. I
will
will
do well.
mute.
You will succeed,
Amen.
and I will celebrate you.
Amen.
I will celebrate you.
Amen.
All right. Take
Amen.
care.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
Gracefield. All right. Thank you so much. If you're still here and you are not sleeping, say I am here, or say I am not sleeping. Say I am awake. Say I'm awake. I'm not sleeping. Okay. So very shortly, I'm going to bring back Olumide Glowville to the call. Who is ready to take Olumide Glowville? In fact, let me bring him back. Let me bring him back. All right, so we're going to have Olumide Glowville very shortly, but before he comes back, or before we start taking questions, I'll quickly just take us through. People are just like, what is this freelance MBA? What are they talking about? I will not tell you about how. Should I tell you about how it started? Let me very quickly, I will try as much as possible to make it brief. In the year 2024, I believe, was it 2024? 2024, I wrote a book. The book is, and I wrote a book because I started career coaching a couple of years back. This was about 5 to 6 years back. I just realized that this is my gift. I know how to direct people when it comes to their careers. I went to learn. I took courses on guiding people on their careers, and I've been doing it since then. In 2024, I decided to write a book on how people can get global opportunities. It was not directed at freelancers in particular. It was directed at everybody. Anybody that wants to get global opportunities, you can buy the book. Okay. So I wrote that book, and there's something about me. I like to help you. I'm a child of God, and they call God Agbanilagbato. When God helps you, we help you completely. So when I help you, I don't like to help people halfway, right? And that's why you see that within this 3-day boot camp, we put everything for you that will help you set up. So in the same way, I wrote the book, people bought the book, and then they wanted to go back to sleep. Tofumi was part of those people that bought that book. They wanted to go and sleep. I was like, for where? So I put together a challenge. It was, I think, maybe like a 21-day challenge on LinkedIn, right? And it was supposed to help them attract global opportunities. That challenge was called the LinkedIn MBA challenge, right? We did it in between November and December 2024. That was when we did the LinkedIn MBA challenge. It was the first, it was not paid. Nobody paid for it. It was just, if you had bought the book, I will take you through a 21-day challenge to unlock global opportunities. During that period, I will say it the way it is, and I will not sugarcoat it. God spoke to me. It was as simple as that. I was by my sink in my kitchen, and God said, why not help freelancers? And I'm like, Kilo come freelancer. I speak Yoruba a lot because I don't speak English well, sorry. So I post my business with freelancers. At that time, I did not like freelancers. When I say freelancers, it was the younger generation, the Gen Zs. They used to annoy me on LinkedIn. Like the annoyance that they used to annoy me was great. So I did not want to have anything to do with this particular demographic of people. But what I did here was that these people will waste their lives if you don't help them. If you don't rise, these people, they will waste their lives. And I understood it because a lot of people are online trying to create content. They just believe that somehow they will make it. And you will make it. You will get the opportunities, you will get the job. But I'm looking at building something sustainable. You're not waiting for the next gig. You have built something, you have become. Just like, I was able to pick when Olumide was telling his story. He had become something. I'm looking for people that will build something linear so that at the end of the day, you have a mansion. Not that you will build one small hut, yes, small hut. All the huts, no value at the end of the day, right? And that is where the Freelance MBA started from. So I began to put together a training program that would help anybody, whether you're a new freelancer, whether you're a professional, whether anybody that is interested in earning money online. We've put together all the ingredients that you will need to be able to successfully build a brand that makes sense, a brand that you're proud of, a brand that resonates with you. That one is very important. So you're not just building because Olumide is making money, he's telling stories. He started with telling love stories. You now start telling love stories. When your surah, if you don't know enough surah, go and find out. When your surah does not write stories, right? There's something, I believe that in everybody, there's something special on the inside of you. We want to help you find that special thing and present it as a solution to the world. So we are not focused on you making money. So when you see my people coming here to say, I made $10,000, I'm working with Bulgarian clients, that's not what I want you to look at. I want you, and people, you see, even then, this lady came yesterday and she insulted me. I will deal with her tomorrow. That's Timmy. Timmy came yesterday and said, even though Coach B will always tell you that it's not about the money, that I'm here for the money. I know that some of us are here for the money. I don't have a problem with you making money, but become so that you continue to command the money. Not that you have money today and then 3 months after you don't have any money. Become something, become someone, become so that when you have, even whether the money comes or not, there's a confidence around you, there's a joy that you are adding something of value to your world. And that is what the Freelance MBA is all about. So what do we do on the Freelance MBA? We have 3 major modules. Okay, 3 major modules. The first module is clarity and offer creation. Clarity and offer creation is taken by myself and Coach Bobby. I'll take you on the clarity bit. That's why people call me the Queen of Clarity, right? And this is where all of you that complain, the ones that say I don't have any skill, there's nothing special about me, don't you come first and decide if there's something special about you or not. Then we have the category of people that say, I have too many skills, I don't know which one to focus on. Don't worry, that's my job. The 4WD framework will sort it in 15 minutes. We'll sort it for you. So come and do that. That's clarity. Then people still don't understand that saying I'm a VA does not mean you have an offer. So we help you create an offer, something that people are willing to pay for. So that's Coach Bobby's specialty. And by the way, this is another offline person. Coach Bobby is not an online person. We are the ones bringing him online now. He's more of an offline guy. He makes his clean money offline, right? But we've brought him online, and then he will take you through how to create an offer that people are always willing to pay for. Okay, then the next one is, once you have an offer, now you have something to sell. We have another module called the visibility, positioning, and client acquisition module. On this module, we've got two superstars known all over Nigeria, Precious Obo and Babatunde James. These 2 people will take you through positioning on LinkedIn and Upwork, and they are the best. They are the best. I'm not even going to argue. And it is here that you will know how to design your LinkedIn profile, what the profile should look like, what really you should be doing. That's what this module is all about. And the final module, which is the new one on the Freelance MBA, nobody has had this module before. Some people have had a taste of, some bits of it, but this is what I call the personal development or personal excellence module, because many people get gigs, but they don't know how to sustain it. So on this module, we'll begin to teach you how to build the character that sustains global opportunities. So here you're learning things like time management. And I'm not talking about time management that will come and teach you this is out of time. No, we are working on that calendar together. We are blocking that calendar together, and we're teaching you the discipline to stay on that calendar. You have your mentor. For those that go for the pro package, people like Mentor Tofumi, and you can see where Mentor Tofumi, for example, lives in the UK. She mentors people in the UK. So we are not just bringing people from the street. I carefully selected my mentors. They will drag you. That's success, and your village people that are following you, we will divorce you and your village people on the Freelance MBA. So you learn time management, For those that have also, you've gone into a covenant with poverty, that no matter how much you earn, you keep telling yourself, it's not enough. We will teach you, will start investing. We teach you financial intelligence. We teach you all of these things on this module. Another thing we teach that is really important on this module is how to build a framework to be consistent in producing results. So when you come in, we teach you how to set a goal for your clients. A client says, come and manage my social media account. You stop doing village people things. Okay, I will start on Monday. On Monday, you now start. You just post. No goal, no nothing, no agreement. All of those things will be taken care of on the personal development module of the Freelance MBA. All right, so that is what the Freelance MBA is all about. And for those that are interested, we're going to go back to the questions for now. Okay, we'll go back to the questions for now. For those that are interested, we've got massive discounts on the Freelance MBA tonight. Promise you can start posting the link for people to get on the Freelance MBA if they're interested in joining us. We are starting in 1 week's time. The our discounts, we've got 20% discount on all Freelance MBA packages tonight. Okay, so please take advantage of the 20% discount. Get in. Also, seats are limited. I think they sent me the list of people that have paid. Some of the packages are already filling up. So the mentorship packages, we have a limited number of seats. Ensure that you book, you get in. Let's take a couple of questions for Olumide Glowville before it goes tonight. If you're still here and you're really enjoying what you're saying, say, I'm enjoying this. So say, I'm enjoying it. Let's see you. Let me see your comment. Let me see your comments. See, the Godfather is in the building. Yeah, we see you. We celebrate you. All right, so let's come back to you, Glowville. Hope you are well rested. Like I said, we promise that we will meet you. All right. I saw a couple of questions already in the comments. I'll try to find them if I'm able to. For those that asked Olumide Glowville questions before, please drop your questions again. Okay, please drop those questions again. Is that okay? Yeah, drop your questions again so that I can take them. It's quite difficult to scroll up to find your questions. All right, thank you. I see your comment. I'm enjoying this. For those that want my free AI prompt, the scavenger hunt is still on. Take a picture, go and find a bottle of canned Coke. It has to be canned though, don't put bottle beside us. Canned Coke, put the picture to your face, drop it in comments, drop it on your on the WhatsApp group. Once you drop it, you're going to get the AI prompt, okay? All right. Somebody's calling me troublemaker. Hey God, though. They say I'm a troublemaker. Oh my God. Yes, so all right. I can see many people say they are enjoying this. All right, thank you. Okay, so Glowville, let me tell
Yeah.
you something that you might not know. When I started posting on Facebook, it was Facebook I started from. I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking of building anything online. I'll just be very honest with you. I was just a bored. I wasn't a housewife who I kukuma had a job. But in the evenings when you get married, the expectation is that your husband will love you so much and he will be talking to you 24/7. Like he will just about everything that happened at work and all of that. In my own case, it was not like that, Sha. I don't know how it is for other people. My husband loved his peace and he loved to watch football. And he
Yeah.
doesn't like me talking to him when he's watching the football. Like, why are you not watching? Why are you talking to me? So it was then I remembered, somebody is not using me to do shakara. Even me, I can write and I can go on Facebook and be writing. So it was more of like a pastime to me. I'll just come on Facebook and then
Yeah.
write stuff. And I noticed that people were liking.
Yeah.
They were commenting. In fact, people would just come inside my own inbox and they'll shall be, when people are just like, I just had a ready market. The only thing was that I did not
Yeah.
have any selling. I was just writing for fun. And then it was around that time, Olumide wrote a book called BASE. I mentioned it yesterday. I don't know if Olumide remembers that he wrote that book, but I bought the book,
Yeah.
I
I
read
do.
it, and it was the first time my eyes opened to opportunities for monetization on LinkedIn, right? And one thing I did at that time was I remembered when we were in uni, Somebody had approached me and said, "Oh, can you write? I write stories too." So the person had told me that, "Can I write like a story for a
Yeah.
magazine?" So I had this story in series that I'd written for that magazine at the time. It was never published. So I just packed all the story together, made it into a book. I came to my posts one day and I said, "Oh, my book is out. Oh, I've written book." Hey God. In one post, Olumide, I sold over 50 copies. Fear catch me. I will not lie to you. I was scared. I was scared because
Wow.
I was scared because I don't know if it was imposter or if it was my value system. I just felt like I had not put enough into that book. It was just, for money thing. But it made me realize that truly
Hmm.
there is money on this social media. There is money on social media. I've been off Facebook, like I've been actively off. So once in a while, I just go, I throw a post there and I run away, right? But I've been actively off Facebook for about maybe 2 years. When I check my inbox on Facebook till date, I'm still having inquiries about CV writing. Remember, I used to write CV then. People are still asking me, Bolu, do you still write CV?
Yeah.
I need to write my CV. I just look at it and I run away. I'm like, please, you guys should leave me alone. There is money on LinkedIn. I said on LinkedIn, on social media. So let me ask
Yeah.
you, you know, um, based,
On
yeah, based on
media.
this
Yeah.
book, I know that you were trying to teach us monetization. What are the different ways that people can make money online today?
Okay. Because I also recognize that time is going pretty fast. Can you hear me? Hear me?
Yes, yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah. I would I would just go very straight to the point so that people can, I don't know, for those who are from Nigeria, we are going to work tomorrow, so I'll try to not stretch this too long. I like to say that there are about five different ways to make money online, right? It now depends your skill, your expertise, and your vision, lies. Now, number one, you can either offer a product, a physical or a digital product, right? Um, you could, start doing drop shipping, or you could write a book like Coach Bolo and myself has done. You could, offer a template that is required in any field and people have to pay to get it, right? A product, right? And people pay. So imagine that you're selling something for 2,000 naira or 3,000 and you're able to get about 100,000 person, or let's say even 100 person to buy it in a month. That's 300,000 already, right? So that's one way. Another way is to offer a service, and there are so many services you can offer online, which is where freelance bit comes in, right? Most of what people freelance about are service based products. So either you're a good graphics designer, you know how to write proposals, or you know how to handle swiftly, right? Offering a service, right, is another way for you to earn. Is you don't have a product, you don't offer a service, but you know the people that have products, the products, and you become the middleman, right? So you can earn a lot. You know that people have need for something, right? And you connect them to those who have those things to offer, and you earn a commission from every completed sale, right? That is another way for you to earn online, right? And you can be a middleman by the next two things that I'm going to talk about, which are the other ways for you to make money. You can be a middleman either by building a community online. So, and right now, I can tell you that one of the biggest ways for you to really become big online is by building a community. And it's as simple as choosing a niche that you want to build a community around. You can say, I want to build a community for Gen Zs. In fact, you can niche further and say Nigerian Gen Zs. You can say Gen Zs in the Southwest, Gen Zs in Lagos. You can break it down, but building a community around a known. So you can say, I want to build a community for freelancers. I want to build a community for social media marketers. By having that community, you can always know the need of the people in that community and then know the people that can meet those needs and bring them to your community to offer the need. And as much as as much community members as take that need, you earn something from it. So you get paid for curating that community, for managing that community, for offering value to that community. And even brands, businesses can come to you to say, oh, because we know that you have this community, let's partner with you. And they pay you to have access to members of a community. By that community, even you can build products and sell to that community, just like what Coach Bolu is doing today, right? You can offer services to that community, right? If you do not have the strength to build a community, then you build a platform, right? Platform meaning that you don't need to create a community that you have to be nurturing. A platform can be as simple as I have a YouTube channel where I constantly put out stuff. I have a LinkedIn page where I constantly put out stuff. So I become a voice. People know me, and brands can use me to put out stuff about themselves. Governments can reach out to me to help them, put out stuff about a policy. Business owners can reach out to me. Different people can reach out to me. So you can have that platform that you build that people know that this is this platform that is known for. So if you are building the platform, just like your community that you have niched down, you need to also niche. What am I known for? You have to be known for something and you build around that thing. And then once people know that that is what you are known for, opportunities will naturally come to you. And one of the simple, most recent communities I've seen or platforms I've seen people building things around is movies recently. You see people, they are doing movie reviews. They are showing clips, short clips of movies just to get you to watch movie. And you will see, I've realized recently that people are earning up to 1 million per month just by being movie influencers because there are so many movies on YouTube today. A lot of producers are looking for how they will drive traffic to watch their movies. So they are looking for these movie influencers, and you see all of them. They'll be posting 1 minute clip of a movie, and they are paying them as much as 5K per post for a movie. So imagine that a producer wants you to promote a movie for them and they give you 10 clips and they are going to pay you 5K for each clip, right? That's 50K. Now imagine that four movie producers reach out to you within a week and they expect you to post for them. That's 200K, right? For example. So, and there are even people that charge way higher based off of how large your community is, right? So that's basically how different people make money online. So it's either you offer a product or you offer a service, or you be a middleman and then build a community or build a platform. Any of those ways, you will be able to earn money online.
Thank you so much for breaking it down so clearly. All right, so we've got questions and questions in the comment. Somebody's asking about your book. Where can they find your books? So, what books have you
Okay.
written and where can they find it? And please let me say this before Olumide talks, please learn to invest in yourself. This I can vouch for Base anytime, right? I don't know if Olumide still sells it, but please get that book and read it. It will open your mind to monetization. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So over to you.
Okay. Yeah. I've taken Base out of every digital platform right now because I am doing a second edition, right?
Oh,
I want to I want to make it relevant to today. A lot of the examples, a lot of instances I gave in the base that I wrote as far back as 2018, right? they are still relevant, but a lot of young people that may be reading now may not be able to relate with those examples. So what I'm doing is I'm rewriting. It should be out before the end of March, right? Because I'm also adding new details into it. So it's going to be more voluminous than what was there before. So once it's ready, definitely I will let you know so that members of the community that need access can always get it. It will be on seller eventually once it's out. But if anybody wants the old version, do you just have to reach out to me personally, and then I'll give it to you. I think the last time I saw it was 5K, but I can give it to members of the community for just 2,000 naira, right? So it's yes. And then I also have another book called CEO, right? It's content for engagement and optimization, right? So it has some of the things I've already shared in this session where I talked about different ways you can build engagement for your content, storytelling, education, humor, and then a few other things that you need to know about how to create content. It's basically for content marketers. If you want to be a content marketer, then you should get CEO, right? And then later on this year, I would also be writing a book about how to be a digital marketer that uses AI. So how to use AI to build your career as a digital marketer. So that will be coming out later on this year, right? So those are the kind of books that I have, and then the book I'm working on right now.
All right, thank you. So I see the Godfather here. So he said he came here with straw. He will eat suya after this Q&A. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me take some more questions. We have to be really fast. We have just about 10 minutes to go. This person says, Moyolua says, as a beginner in freelancing, which social media platform is best to start with? Interesting question.
I think Mommy Bolu can answer that. Because I consider myself some bit of a freelancer myself, but I'm not very into that space. So if you ask me, I'll tell you you can build your platform from anywhere as a
Yeah.
freelancer. Just look at where most of your, so you have to ask yourself, who am I targeting? Who are my target audience, right?
Yeah.
For this freelance, where do they flock? Where are they most, right? Wherever you think they are is where you should go and set up, because you cannot be targeting Oyimbos and you set up your office in Lagos, Nigeria. You would not have any customers. So if you are looking for marketers, you need to ask, where are marketers? Where do they go? Which platform do they express themselves? Then that's where you then position yourself for them to find you. That would be my response to that.
All right. Thank you so much, Olumide. And just to corroborate that, I will give a personal example. When I started on Facebook, like I said, I was just posting for the sake of posting. I didn't have a goal. But eventually, when I decided that, you know what, I'm going into career development coaching, I had to leave Facebook to come to LinkedIn. And that was I think you can already get the story, right?
Yeah.
LinkedIn, people are thinking office, personal development, career development. So I left Facebook, that was more of anything generalistic, and then I went to the
Yeah.
place where people would listen to me. So think of it in that light. It depends on what you're selling. So based on what you're selling, you choose your platform. So that's it. All right. So let's move quickly. Let's see more questions. Somebody said, where will I get Coke tonight? Go and find it. Oh, canned Coke. It has to be canned, or else you will not get your AI prompt. Okay, so your social media depends on what you do. Yeah, so I have another question here from Justin Peculiar. For someone who wants to grow on social media but is still trying to find their voice, content style, and audience, what should be your first intentional step? I know the answer to this one. Go and buy CEO. Go and buy CEO and read it. Finish. Do you want to add to that?
Yes. So yeah, you want to grow on social media, but you're trying to find your voice, your content style, and your audience. So let me break it down. First, your audience is everybody, is the first person that is already around you, right? Don't start with the mindset that you need to have 10,000 followers before you feel like you're ready. even if it's only your brother that is seeing your post, right? What you need to optimize for is feedback. Oh, what do you think about this post? Is it nice? Can it get better? So even if it's only two persons that are reading your post, do it first for feedback. Let them be your biggest harshest critic. Say, have I written it well? Is it engaging? Is it too long? Is it too short? Can it get better? Right? And your content style, I think you will find your content style with consistency, right? You will not necessarily determine that this is my style. The more you write, the more you put out yourself, the better you get at it. So I always tell people, don't overthink it, right? You can set yourself a challenge. If you go on TikTok today, you see a lot of people have started the year with day one of talking to my video, day two of, so that because they are trying to build that muscle, that consistency. It will not always be brilliant when you start, but the more you do it, the more you now start to remove the rough edges, and you then start to find your own style, your comfort zone, or what you are good at, right? So don't overthink it. Just start. Even if it's one audience you have, start. Even if all you can write is one paragraph, start. Even if all you can make is a 10 seconds video, put it out. Even if what you are saying does not make sense immediately, still do it, right? If you do it and you do it consistently for 90 days, you will be a totally different person on day 90 than you were on day one, right? So just don't overthink it. Don't try to have everything perfectly sorted out. Just decide that today I am starting and I'm putting something out. Even all if everything you ask in your first set of posts is questions. Do you know this? Let whether people will respond or not, just put something out. And before you know it, that confidence that you didn't have will start coming, will start coming, and then you now find yourself exploring more topics. You now also find yourself reading more so that you can have more value to give to people. So I always tell people, just write. Just write. You'll be fine.
I like that. Just right, and you'll be fine. Thank you. I have a repeated question here, and I'll just answer it very quickly. What platform is best for reach? It depends on what you're selling. Is LinkedIn good for reach or for viewers? It depends on how you write, who you're writing to. It depends on your skill, your level of skill. So you can get on the Freelance MBA. We've got a whole module on content creation, on LinkedIn optimization, if that is what you're looking at. All right, so we've got another question here. I'm talented in acting on stage. Just come and pay for one-on-one mentorship with Coach Olumide. That's his field. And I've thought of motivating people. Please, how can I influence others and make money through that?
Interesting. Interesting question. So basically, what you're asking me for is business idea, right? Because if I did this, is basically to say, how can I turn my passion into profit, right?
Yeah.
And that's a business idea. Again, I see the opportunity here. You are talented. People need to see that talent before they then trust you to also help them find that talent. So the first thing you want to do is put out as much of your talent out there on your platforms. Let people see your monologues, let people see the acting that you do on stage, you know, let people even recognize you first as a talent, because Yorubas have a saying that that person that is going to put a cloth on you, you have to look at what he or she is putting on first, right? So you need to first um, be able to show that you have value to give before people you can motivate people to bring out that value out of themselves. So your first, maybe for your project for this whole year first, or the first half of this year, is I need to put out enough out there about acting on stage, and also showing that I am a good stage actor. Once you do that, you naturally see that people that are interested in stage acting or even other stage actors will start finding you, they'll start engaging your content, and that you become an authority. So when you now say, I want to launch a small training session for stage actors, you will see people that will genuinely show interest. But if you just wake up one morning and say, I want to launch a training, people don't know you, they've not seen you act before, they don't know what you know, they will probably not respond to you. So that's where you should start from.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Olumide. And for somebody like this, the Freelance MBA is the platform for you. Just get on the Freelance MBA. We help you, go from that state of confusion to building something that is tangible. There was something Olumide said that I thought is really important. He said it casually, but I want people to hear it loud and clear. He said, for the next 6 months, just focus on, building, right? Many people are in a hurry to make money. You're
Yeah.
like, people are in too much of a hurry to
You
make, and
can't be
that's
in
where the
a
problem
hurry.
comes. Yes, you
Yeah.
can't be in a hurry to make money. What you should be is, what you should focus on first, like I will always say, is becoming. You have to become something. You have to, there's a way you become that your confidence in yourself rises. Once your confidence in your own self rises, nobody can stop you.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop you anymore. That's the thing. So until you get, and you can't buy it. Many people are trying to buy it. So if I just go to
Mm.
Coach Olude's class now, I'll quickly get it. It's a
Once I
lie.
graduate, I will be good.
Yes, no, it's a lie. You have to build to become. All right. So someone says, how do you build your community as a begin for someone that is a beginner? That was exactly what Coach Olumide told us. He told us his story, how he built his own. So listen to this thing again. Just listen to the whole thing again and see his journey. You start by investing in training, right? And then you begin to write one after the other.
Yeah.
Decide on what you want to write about. Keep writing about that thing over and over again. Forget about the money. Just be focused. And when your village people come, they will come in different directions. They will come from the left and tell you, today you've decided that I'm going to be writing motivational talk. Somebody will just come and say, see, people are selling leggings. Go and buy. Just sell leggings. Sell leggings. Don't sell leggings. Where you are going to put your eyes there. Another person will come and say, start blogging is selling. Don't do that. Just keep your focus and keep going in that one direction until you make a dent. The problem with many people is you've not made a dent in what you're building before you jump
Yeah.
into another thing. So that's how to build community. You stay when it's raining, when it's shining, when everything, just keep staying, right? Keep every day, show up for that thing. Show up. It makes sense, it don't make sense. Then another thing with building community, because it's people skills, is genuinely love people. If you
Mm.
can genuinely love people and you
Yeah.
just really want to add to them, it changes everything for you. It changes everything. Like, people can smell your hypocrisy from afar
Yeah.
when all you're just trying to do is get people into a group. So let me say something funny. So as of last year, we built a community of about 3,000. We had like three WhatsApp groups. We deleted I don't want I don't like me like a row. I don't want plenty people. What are we using them for? Some people will keep those communities as, no, if I'm not adding value to you, please come and be going, right? So think of what you want to add, right? Rather than what you want to get from that community. So when you start thinking in that light, once your mindset changes, you start attracting what you should attract. Sorry, I
Yeah.
took that question from you because I'm just trying to rush. All
No,
right.
that's
So
fine.
yeah, so I'm taking this one. Glowville will take this one. I'm also a nursing student and I want to start a health talk, but I don't know the right platform to start. Platform matter.
Please choose a visual platform. I would advise that you choose a visual platform. It could be Instagram, it could be TikTok, right? It could also be Facebook for videos, right? But yeah, you can start with 30 seconds of health, right? And you're just sharing a health tip daily. It may not move quickly, but you just have to stay at it and encourage your friends and people around to share your content. So again, content marketing class. Content creation is one step of the journey. Content distribution is the second step. When you create your content, right, you must also find a way to distribute it. Distribute is finding different ways that many people can see it. and you can use your WhatsApp status, right, to get many of your friends, many people to see that you've created this content. And please always put your social media handle on your video so that when people see, they can know that this is the person that created it, and then they can follow you and then watch more videos. So I've just given you a crash course on content marketing that way.
Thank you so much, Olumide. And also, just to encourage people that are starting to build on any social media platform, the first few days, or when I say days, it can be weeks, it can be months. For some people, it might even be
Yeah.
like up to years, right?
Yeah.
It can be very lonely and very boring. Let me tell you what can help you. What can help you, shorten this period in quotes. When I say shorten, you still go through the process, but it won't feel like drudgery to you anymore. And this is one
Yeah.
hack that many people don't know. In your early days, focus on networking and building connections, right? Rather than looking for followership. So if you have that one person that every time you post, the person always comes and comments or likes, right? Once in a while, just reach out to that person and say, "Oh, thank you for always liking," or is there a
Yeah.
particular content you want me to create for you? Just connect with that person. Focus more on building relationships, right, with the people that are coming to you at that beginning phase. You will get to the phase where you can't connect with everybody anymore, but at the beginning phase of building, always connect. People forget that a lot. You're so focused on how do I increase to 10,000, but the 30 that are with you, that are faithful to you right now, you're not serving them right, you're not treating them right, and that is why more people are not coming to you. So just note that. And what that also does for you is that there's something beautiful. We are relational human beings, right? There's just
Yeah.
something beautiful about the opportunity to meet people that in your life you would never have met. Some of them will say,
Mhm.
"Oh, thank you for that content that you did." Now look at me talking to Olumide about Bays. I don't think I ever gave this testimonial to him. I don't think he ever knew,
Yeah.
right? But how many years later is hearing about what his book did, right? So connect with those people, and start building from relationships. Over time, you will blow. Somebody say, "I will blow." Say, "I will blow." Say, "I will blow." All right. Unfortunately, we're going to have to end the stream here. Okay. I have to let Olumide go. I see a
Thank you for
question
having me.
about the freelance MBA packages. Before you go, let me just take this, please. The freelance MBA packages, person wants to know, will all the packages contain all of these things that I've mentioned? The answer is yes. But what you get on each package is different. Okay. So let me just take you through the packages. The basic freelance MBA basic, it has all the modules. You've got clarity and offers, you've got visibility, you've got personal excellence. It's got it. The only thing is that it's a self-paced course, right? So the basic is a self-paced course, but we still support you. Okay, we support you. How do we support you? We support you by putting you in a general group, right? And we have somebody that will keep motivating you to finish the course. The second thing is that we have weekly live sessions with each of the faculty. You'll be invited to join the weekly live sessions whenever they are live. So it's not going to be live like all through the year, but whenever we have live sessions, we'll invite you to join them, right? So these are paid sessions, but you don't have to pay for it because you already paid for the freelance MBA. So you can join the live sessions and then you can ask your personalized questions so that you are able to get the best out of what you've paid for. So that's what the basic is about. Now, the pro is the same course content. However, you get three things extra. First is you get a small group coaching. So remember what I said, that some people had access to someone like Coach Tofumi, right? So you have your own mentor, and these are trained mentors, right? These are people that understand. They're not roadside mentors. So these are trained mentors that will hold your hands through the process. So they will help you find you can discuss with them and say, this clarity, it has want to split my head into two. So you can ask your questions. They will hold you. They will ensure every week that you're completing every task. So we have that. And then you also have your own small support group within that your small mentorship system. That's one. The second one is you have of access to a trained mentor. I've talked about that. The third one is there's an internship placement. So during your personal excellence module, you have access to, well, it's a paid internship. When I say paid internship, you're going to get a stipend, a good stipend. okay, to cover your airtime and then maybe a couple of drinks during the month of internship, okay? So you have that ask and you get paid, and what we'll do is we're going to place you with an organization where you begin to learn. So the things we're teaching you, setting goals for your clients, how to onboard a client, all of those things, you can practicalize it so that by the time you are done, you have confidence, like your confidence is sharp. Now, if you're not paying for the pro, you have the opportunity to go and find your own the company you want to volunteer for by yourself, right? But for those on the pro, we already have companies that are waiting to recruit from us. So we would place you in one of those companies. They will pay you a stipend for the period of your internship. And guess what? If you do the job well, they are going to retain you, because the reason they reached out to us is because they want freelancers. But we don't want to give freelancers to them that we cannot vouch for. So you have that 1 month of like a test run. If it works out, then you keep working for them. Okay. So automatically you kind of get a job on the freelance MBA pro, but that is based on your performance, right? Also, in the freelance MBA pro, we take you on virtual skills, so basic skills, basic tools you need as someone that works online. So some people are not very used to online tools. So for example, everybody knows how to use Google, but like the G Suite, there are so many things that you can do. Your calendar, all those things will teach you how to maximize it, how to use it as a freelancer. We teach you tools like Notion, Canva, all of these things, how you can use them, not just as basic things, but we help you dive into it on how it can make your work as a freelancer better. Okay, so all of these things will be on the pro package. So that's the this package also. Then the final one is the freelance MBA premium. Now the premium has two parts. There's a self-paced course. We're not promoting that yet, okay? But for those that are interested, the freelance MBA premium is for people that want to create digital products. You want to create a book, you want to create a coaching practice, a consulting. This one, we are building a business for you. It is one-on-one, done for you. We build your sales funnel, we build everything. We recruit a VA that will handle the business for you. So your own job is just to oversee. You become a CEO, right? So you're a CEO, you have your virtual assistant that works for you, and then we train the person to handle your system. We teach you your own systems, and then we train the person to handle your systems. So these are the three packages we have at the moment. We are working on a course for this one. So if you wanted to do it by yourself, so that way it's cheaper, but you don't have one-on-one access, but you have all the knowledge that you need. We're working on that at the moment. So that is that about the products we have. I I wasn't sharing. I wasn't sharing my screen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Give me a second, please, guys. Oh my goodness. Whew. All right, so that's that for the premium. I'll just take you a little bit back. So the first one I talked about is the basic. So this is the basic, and I told you for the basic is self-paced, but you have access to a general group, and then also to the live sessions when they are running. All right, then for the pro, you have access to a small group mentorship. You have your own trained mentor. There is internship placement, and then you also have access to basic virtual work skills. Okay, so that's the second one. And the final one is the premium. And on this premium, we build a business for you. So we build a business, whatever business you want, and this one is very good for professionals or people that, that just want to have something by the side that they can fall back on, or they can retire to. So you want to build a consultancy, you have all these years of experience, we build it for you, right? And we hire somebody to run the process for you. So that is that on the freelance MBA. Now it's time to say our goodbyes. It's time to say our goodbyes. Let me remind you that we still have the 20% discount on all three packages. Okay, so the 20% discount stands till Monday, 11:59 p.m. After 11:59 p.m., the discount is off and you have to pay the full price. Thank you so much. Please, can you help me say a very big thank you to Olumide Glowville? Olumide, do you want to just give like your closing speech? People are cracking me up
Oh,
in
well,
this.
yeah. Closing speech. As far as closing speeches go, I would just like to encourage everyone, if you've made it this far in this session, it would be very bad if you do not take full advantage of this. There is a reason why you've come into this program and you've heard everything you've heard today. The stories you've heard, they are not by mistake. They are as a result of methodical, intentional action taken towards, a destination, right? Coach B has told you a story. We've heard from Tofumi, we've heard from the other lady. I've also shared, and there are millions of other people who have gone through the same process, right? This is a seed. Whichever package you have chosen here is going to be a seed, because you would be coming back maybe in another 1 year or 2 years, and you'll be in my position also sharing your story to other people to say, in this January of 2026, I made this decision, and look how far it has brought me. So I want to encourage you that nothing good happens from a place of comfort. You cannot keep passing on opportunities repeatedly. That's what makes you poor at the end of the day, right? So I want to encourage you that you do not leave this session tonight thinking that you've not found something that can transform your life. You need to say, how do I get to you maximize this opportunity that I have found tonight, right? Who do I need to talk to? How do I get started? Just be intentional about letting this, session transform you. And I promise you, in another 6 months, you'll be so glad that you started a journey tonight, right? And I want you to know I'm rooting for you. I hope that in the future we're going to meet somewhere and you will remind me that, oh, I once, met you at a session and you spoke, and I want to be able to see that you're already doing amazing stuff for yourself. I'm rooting for you, and I pray that God will continue to bless everything that you lay your hands upon. Thank you very much, Coach Biolu, for bringing me on this platform. I always enjoy talking to people. I always enjoy sharing value, helping people get better. And I look for more opportunities to do this year. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so, so much. Thank you. And to all the amazing, amazing people that joined us tonight, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you please, on behalf of me, just say thank you to yourself? Type your name and say thank you, thank you. Yes, type your name up and say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm super duper grateful. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. We have a couple of questions about the freelance MBA and payment. Somebody says, will I be able to afford this? In truth, there is really nothing we can afford. The only things we make ourselves able to afford are the things we think are important to us. If you think this is important to you, please find the money. One thing we have done is to make it easy for you to pay. So we are allowing people make installmental payments. So if you want to lock the discount, even with the discount, we are still allowing you pay in installment. Lock it tonight. So speak to one of the admins on our group, or just chat with somebody. Say, I want to talk to somebody, and then we'll reach out to you. Okay, so you can definitely lock, what do you call it, lock a discount, and you tell us exactly when you pay the remaining. I always tell the story in the Bible where the Bible talks about the kingdom of God being like a field where a man has found treasure, and that man goes and sells everything that he has so that he can purchase that field. If you think this is serious, this is something that can transform your life, go and sell what you have to get what you need to take you to the next level. Okay, so yeah, we're allowing you can lock with a discount, but let us know exactly when you're going to be paying the balance, and we will see if that works for our team. All right, on this note, thank you to all the people saying thank you on my behalf. I want to let you know that we really appreciate you. It's been really lovely doing this past few days with you guys. I want to especially thank my own team. Oh, I've thanked Olumide Glowville again. So let me just say that again. Olumide, thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure having you. The value that you share is super amazing. I know that people have been blessed. I know that people have been blessed. I just want to say a big thank you for coming. Also, I want to thank the Freelance MBA faculty for making this happen, for making even the Freelance MBA a reality. These people do not need the Freelance MBA. I can tell you that. All through last year, I did not pay them. Yeah, I did say, thank you, but I didn't pay them anything that made sense for being on the faculty. So for those that are wondering, they want to collect our money. No, they are not using your money, right? They are only here to help you. I can tell you that. You saw the caliber of people. You heard their bios. These are not people, they are not hungry people. Okay. So please take advantage of this, and do yourself that favor. Change your narrative this year. Change your narrative this year with the Freelance MBA. Then finally, I especially want to thank the Global Advantage team. The Global Advantage is our company. I want to say a very big thank you to Promise Aruma and Global Blessing. That's Blessing Ochanya Adekunle. I want to say a very big thank you to every alumni of the Freelance MBA. Your support is massive. Look at how they come out. I didn't even know many of them were coming. I didn't even know they were coming. I just want to say thank you to every alumni of the Freelance MBA faculty. We love you. We celebrate you. Thank you for doing amazing things out there. Thank you for not turning us into liars. Thank you for the results that you guys are always going out there to get. God bless you. There was a question about, I already know my skills. I am not looking for clarity and all of that. We can break down the sessions for you. Just reach out to any of the admins and then we'll let you know. So we're breaking down the sessions also, and we'll let you know once it goes live. You can pay for, either the visibility, or you can pay for, what do you call it, or you can pay for the personal excellence module. So you can pay for like individual modules, but we need to be sure, because we don't want to sell something that won't be useful to you, if you get my drift. So please feel free to reach out about that, and we'll let you know when it is available. It is not available now, but we'll let you know when it is available. All right. So someone says, for those of us that couldn't join early, can it be replayed? We're going to leave the replay on till 12:59 p.m. 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. So please do well to watch any sessions you missed between now and 11:59 p.m. and you'll be able to get the sessions. After that, we're going to take it off all platforms. Thank you so much. Okay, sorry, we're leaving tonight's platform. We're leaving Olumide Glowville's session up, but the other sessions for Friday and Saturday will be taken down. But this one is going to be, we're going to leave this one live. So yeah, you can always watch this one when you want. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Someone says, can I plead the same thing? Yes, you're going to have the replay to today's session. It's going to be live. You can always watch today's session when you're ready. Thank you, everyone. God bless you and have an amazing rest of the weekend. Bye, everyone.